What I like to do is I like to stock up on any of the promoted raid Pokemon. I don't know if I have them all in here. Well, here's a bunch of shiny Charizards. I think I have them all in home right now. I don't know why I always keep this Colossal in front. I usually use it for breeding because it has Steam Engine, which in this generation works the same as like Flame Body and Magma Armor did in previous generations. The Colossal, at least my Colossal, really sucks, and it's really slow, so half the wild battles I accidentally run into like that, I can't run away from. But yeah, all his moves are pretty inaccurate, so every time I run into something and I have to kill it because I can't run away from it because he's slow, the moves miss, so it ends up being like 3 turns. So I should really just like not have him in front, but I'm also too lazy to switch it to something else. These things are awful. These Tyrogues, they come after you. They're the most terrifying thing that I've ever seen in my life, because they're just a little half-naked child that's very aggressive. Like, I like that the wild area in this game is kind of large, but it feels larger than it actually is. It's really kind of small, but they make your bike so slow. So link code's going to be 0333. I'm going to try to stick to that for pretty much everything. Half satanic number, yeah. So the story behind the name is that I bought an Xbox 360 when I was in high school, and my friend, his gamer tag was like Zombie Mike 333, and he's just like, well, you have to make a gamer tag. So I'm just like, all right, well, I like ninjas. My name is Nick. And I just stole his like format, and the whole thing kind of stuck. So there really is literally no meaning behind the 333, but it's just stuck forever. Yeah, everything is stolen. There's not too many people in here right now, so I'm not surprised if I end this with nobody else in besides me. But that's alright, I can take a Gengar on myself.
Bruh.
Solo run it. Maybe we'll get the Maractus. I hate the Maractus. You know how awful the Maractus is? So if you get Togepi on your team with the Maractus has Water Absorb, so no water moves work on it. And it heals if it were to take damage normally. Togepi's Life Dew is a water type move that heals you, but it's not a damaging move, so when it hits the Maractus water absorbs it, canceling out the Life Dew, but then it doesn't heal because it wasn't going to be damaged by it. So instead of getting healed, it just does nothing. And that's why I hate Maractus. The Soul Rock is pretty bad too, because it's just like cosmic power. Yeah, Maractus I don't think has ever had any semi-relevant TCG card. And it's pretty bad in VG also, yeah. Oh, so there's a funny story with Tauros too that I have. So I have 2 friends, and they were arguing about which Pokemon is better, Bouffalant or Tauros. So he just made a team of 6 Tauros, and the other guy made a team of 6 Bouffalant. And the guy with Tauros made like this like toxic stall team. So he just won by using a completely illegitimate like degenerate strategy and didn't actually show that Tauros was better, but won, which proved that Tauros was better. And there goes Magikarp, because Magikarp is a very strong choice to use against a ridiculously oversized Pokemon that is normally way too strong anyway. And the Wobbuffet goes down, because, of course, why not bring a Pokemon that's weak to Ghost to a battle of Ghost type? So the problem is not me trying to beat the Gengar, because obviously one-on-one I could do that. But the max raid battles make you have a team of 3 other Pokemon, and now it's just me and a Quillfish. And then those Pokemon that are really bad are going to come back to life just to die again. So I have to knock out the Gengar before my whole team dies. And of course, Sludge Wave is a move that hits every Pokemon on the team. So Gengar is able to hit all 4 Pokemon on the team at the same time. So here comes back out the Magikarp. That's going to take 1 hit. And we lose. And it's not the fact that I lost, it's the fact that the game is against me. Okay, now this team's a little better. Torkoal is a serious powerhouse. Although the problem is we've got 2 fighting types, and fighting type doesn't work on ghosts. Rhyperior just sounds hungry. Although the Gengar really isn't that edible, because he's like a ghost. So you can't eat a ghost. I mean, you can suck it up in a vacuum cleaner, sure, but you can't eat a ghost. And one partner's down already. Alright, great. These max raids, they are so weird with the damage output. So like they'll specifically reduce the damage that you would take just so that they activate their shield at the right moment. And it's like, why can't I just one-shot these things? Yeah, no, we're not winning this. We're not winning this with CPUs. Which is weird because just last night I won a max raid of the Gigantamax Gengar with CPUs. But now I can't beat a regular Gengar with CPUs. It just doesn't make any sense. I think it's really the Sludge Wave. I don't know if the G-Max Gengar has Sludge Wave. Oh boy, Hawlucha's back. Nice. I wanted Hawlucha back. He's so strong. Why isn't my bed made? Well, actually, you know what? I kind of meant to do that today. Specifically because I knew it would be in shot, but I didn't. So there's that. A Bruno 109, get a Nintendo Switch. Or you could just proceed to just beat everybody in the TCG with your fire decks. That too, but you could play a team of 6 fire Pokemon in VGC. You know, Charizard's pretty good. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, a bed being made does not help me level up my Pokemon faster. That is 100% true. Also, Legacy is not greater than VGC. Legacy is the most irrelevant format I've ever seen in my life. So I don't think that there's any way that I'm going to be able to beat that raid. Yeah, eventually. Yeah, okay. Bruno, a team of 6 fire Pokemon is not preferred. But it is viable. Okay, so that's the thing. With 6 Blaziken, you're only allowed 1 of a Pokedex number on your team. So you can't have 6 Blaziken because they all share the same Pokedex number. So you could have a Torchic, a Combuskin, and a Blaziken. Except not in this game because they're not in the game. But any Pokemon can learn a fire move, or almost any Pokemon. 1 Charizard, 1 Delphox, 1 Ho-Oh, 1 Blaziken, 1 Torkoal, 1 Victini. Okay, so there's another problem with that team. Charizard's fine. Delphox is not in the game. Ho-Oh is a legendary Pokemon, so it's banned. Blaziken is not in the game. Torkoal is actually a really good Pokemon and works very well with Charizard, so that's fine. And then Victini is a mythical Pokemon. So it's banned. So you've got Charizard, and you've got Torkoal. But it can be all fire. I do suggest mixing it up a little, like Charizard is fire and flying, so you got 2 types there. So like, do stuff like that. Like, get Pokemon that are like multi-typed. Kind of like the TCG Volcanion EX, where it has 2 types. Alright, so we beat the Snorlax. So that's good. So that's cleared out. So now I can go to the Gengar? What did I just run? Oh, a Quillfish. Ew. I hate this guy. Look how ugly he is. He doesn't evolve. He's spiky. If you make him into sushi, you could die. So let's tackle the scary Gengar again. You're immune to ghost moves, because you're... Yeah, we'll go with you. No, I do not have the plague. And neither does a single person, not only in the hospital I work at, but also in the entire county that I live in. Better buy all the toilet paper. So that's the thing. So my mom texted me today and she told me that she's actually running out of toilet paper. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? I told her to hit up the dollar stores because a lot of people actually haven't hit up like Dollar Trees and stuff like that. I know a guy who likes to rob Dollar Trees. And I told him not to do that because that's illegal. And I may have reported him. Putting Beach Stealer on blast. You can't steal a beach. That's a physical place. Like, you know how many trucks you would have to shovel all the sand into? Alright, so let me see if I can actually take down this Gengar this time. Who is my team? I've got a Mudbray. Okay, he can do super effective moves on it. Pikachu. Okay, Pikachu sucks. In every way, shape, and form. Unless it's Gigantamaxed, in which case then it is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. And Wobbuffet, who is going to die in 1 hit to this thing. So, You can start small and do like the Eiffel Tower or the Statue of Liberty first, then do beaches. That's actually a pretty solid idea. Like, I mean, if you were to steal something crazy, like, yeah, start small like that. Tropical Beach Stealer. Oh, you mean like the Pokemon card that's worth a lot of money? Don't let anybody borrow your tropical beaches unless you 150% trust them. Like, Bruno, I would let you borrow my tropical beaches. If you and your fire Pokemon wanted to have a day on the beach, like, I got you. Unless they plan on playing Emboar Moltres. Dude, that deck is so slept on. Like, I realize that you are one of the only people that understands that even exists, but, like, still. Like, that deck is so good against things that are not item lock. No, like, 10 cards a turn. Exactly! Emboar Moltres is so strong. I like how everyone in chat is just people I know from TCG. Ah, Pikachu's down. Who would have thought? Maybe if he was fatter, he'd have a little more thickness, and he'd be able to take a little bit more of a hit. Yeah, it's good. It's good Pikachu's been, like, you know, doing some weightlifting or whatever, thinning his tummy line down, but, like, still, like, he's a mouse. Like, they're meant to have a little bit extra thickness on them, you know? At this point, I might as well change the name of the stream to losing to regular Dynamax Gengar over and over, because that's all that's happening. You see Pokemon announced they are looking at how tournaments being canceled will affect Worlds qualifying. I did not. Like, if they canceled 3 North American regionals, like, they might have to either drop the point down bar 50, or they might have to do what they did a couple years ago and just buff the points. Like, I remember the first year they announced cups and stuff. They made it too hard to get a Worlds invite, so they decided that instead of 50 points for first place at a cup, it was 55 and stuff like that, and we lost again. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. You know why nobody's coming to the raids is because I'm not online. I hate this Y-comp thing. I feel so stupid now. I was broadcasting locally instead of online. I am an idiot. I do this all the time, though. I keep forgetting that you actually have to turn the online on because it's literally the only game where you have to do that. See, look, now, like, people are showing up in my game. The rest of the season might be canceled, though? What do you mean? They're not going to cancel the rest of the season. I just took off for Albany Regionals. I put in for an AIC also. CDC put out today, no one over 20 should gather for the next 8 weeks. Well, that makes sense. 8 weeks, so March, April, May. Ooh. Ooh. That might cut into Albany Regionals. But I wanted to go to PokeLoreCon. Of course, somebody picks Mewtwo. But yeah, 8 weeks? Ooh, I really wanted to play VGC at Albany Regionals. I'm, like, totally not prepared at all because I've played, like, you know, 50 games of VGC since the game came out, and that's it. 45 of which were on that online tournament. I did not do well in the International Challenge. You know, that's one of the cool things. So, for the TCG players that are in the chat here, you know how everyone's always like, oh, PTCGO online tournaments give CP. Let's get that. Let's get on that, right? Well, first of all, PTCGO is not capable of handling something like that. It is so god-awful and glitchy and everything. But VGC can and has done and is planning to do more online tournaments just inside of this game itself that you can earn championship points at. Obviously, I did really bad. I started off really hot, and then my last, like, 10 battles, I just lost them all and went back to my original ranking and got 0 CP for it, but still. And finally, we beat the Gengar. We beat the Gengar. That took, what, 4 tries, and I just had to have somebody with a Mewtwo join my team? But now, we can go hunt some real raids. I also hate how much this game lags when you're online. Like, I remember, like, the second day the game was out, or third day the game was out or something, I was online in the wild area, and, like, 3 other people showed up on screen, and my game just crashed. Guys, I tripped on a boulder. Went right through my tire spokes. Fell over on my face. Oh, that's a Pokemon you can put on your team, Bruno. Arcanine. So you can have Charizard, Torkoal, Arcanine. Incineroar is really good, so there's that. Now we just need, what, 2 more? 2 more and you can have your all-fire team. Those are all really solid, like, highly played meta picks right now. Seems bad to have them all together. Yeah, well, he wants to do a team of all fire guys because he's the fire guy. He can only win TCG tournaments with a fire deck, so might as well do the same with VGC. I know how he is with Reshi, yeah. Yeah, but have you heard of Embor Moltres? You haven't lived until you've had Embor Moltres. That thing is insane. Auto wins versus Rayquaza. Auto wins versus things that deck themselves out. In Hartford, yeah, in Hartford. Embor Moltres is the play at all times, unless there's item lock. Or I guess Trevnor. Alright, so here's finally our Gigantamax Gengar raids. I'm going to hit invite others. So if you guys have my friend code, so if you guys don't have my friend code already, there it is. So take a screenshot, write it down. This seemed to go over really well with the regular Gengar, so we're just going to keep rocking out with Ozzy Osbourne here. Oh look, there's a fire Pokemon that's meta relevant. Chandelure. There you go. There's another Pokemon. Whoa, we need one more for the team, Bruno. So you got Charizard, preferably G-Max, Solar Power. Torkoal with Drought. Arcanine with the Intimidate ability, probably. Incineroar, definitely with Intimidate. That thing is strong. Chandelure. Chandelure gives you ghost coverage. That's cool. That is one big Guzzlord-sized mouth. Look, it's the competition. Which tongue is going to win? Is it going to be the Ozzy tongue or the Guzzlord tongue? Who's going to win? Place your votes now. I kind of miss Mega Pokemon like that because at least their stats changed a little bit. Mega Pokemon would actually change like what their own viability because of the new speed tier rules, where speed updates mid-turn now. Because I know like Garchomp was always like slower as a Mega. See, now that we have a team of like actual players, like we're not like getting hit by much of anything. Ooh, and Bisharp has Defiant. All right, yeah, there's no way we're losing this at all. Absolutely no way. Yeah, we've already took like half its health out in one turn. Yeah, so I want to grind out as many max raids as possible with the new Gigantamaxes. I only have one Gengar right now. Because I want to stock up on every ability the Pokemon has, and I want to have multiple copies of everything. So, like, if I have to train one way and train one another way, and, like, use one in VGC and one not, or whatever, I can just have a stockpile. So I can trade to Pokemon who don't currently have the game. Looking at you guys in the chat. I know a lot of you don't have the game. Just going to keep ridiculing you. Yeah, that's a way to grow, Nick. Just ridicule the chat the entire time. Alright, well, we're going to catch this. Hopefully. I've noticed the promoted raids, like, ever since, like, they changed to the second wave of promoted raids, like, the promoted Pokemon are just way easier to catch. Because that first time with, like, I didn't catch a single Dreadnought myself, I believe. I think I caught one Sandaconda. But those were from the other game. I had to join other people's raids to do that. I kept missing out on, like, Corviknights and stuff. And, what else was in that first? Oh, Centiskorch. I only caught, like, half the Centiskorch I went against. But, like, it seems like I'd say 90% of the G-Maxes I hit, maybe even 95, I catch with just the repeat ball. It's a little annoying that you only get one shot at a Gigantamax, but I think that, like, makes the game a little more fun. But the only problem is, like, if you find one of those really rare ones, like if I were to find Charizard, like Charizard isn't promoted right now. So like it forces you to use a Master Ball. So that means you have to grind the Rotom Lotto. So that really sucks. Especially since the Charizard is legal with Solar Power, and you can only get that from like having a naturally spawned max raid. Because you can't get the hidden ability any other way besides a max raid. But you can get the Blaze one just normally. I like that the weather changes in the wild area, but sometimes it makes visibility really hard. See, it's a female Combee, and that should be like ridiculously rare, but I've run into way more female Combees in this game than I have male. And they're just supposed to be so rare. I miss when it actually was rare. Like, you could only get it on the honey trees. Like, that was fun. Oh, don't tell me that's in the water. Oh, it's in the water. Oh, god dang it. And see, like here, like I can't get to that unless I go all the way around to the bridge and then this way. Gosh dang it. I wish my bike was faster. I believe that's the regular Machamp, right? But that's the last raid we've got. So we have to do these raids to clear them out. So who wants to do raids with me? Who has the game? Who actually has the game? Tell me right now. Also, if you know why I like Machamp so much, type F in the chat. Okay, so we got a Gardevoir on our team, which is both Psychic and Fairy. There's no way we're losing this now. There you go, Bruno. You could play Cinderace on your team. I've only played Shield. I bought the dual pack. I pre-ordered the dual pack. I've only played through Shield because I figured most people were getting Sword, and also I wanted Appleton. But then I had to wait until almost the end of the game just to get an Appleton. And then I had to wait even longer just to get the item to evolve him. I mean, he's literally just an apple pie dragon. Well, technically an apple turnover. Yeah, well, the promoted raids, so that's the thing, is I wanted to play through Sword to be able to have access to both the different raid types, because most of the time they'll do like, okay, these two are promoted in Sword and these two are promoted in Shield. I would have to play through Sword to do those, but I just found it was just easier to just jump on the YCOM and just hope that somebody would pop up with a raid, since they increased the raid chances. That way I don't have to play through the whole game a second time, because I really don't want to do that. Like, I enjoyed the game the first time enough, but I don't think that I got through, like, I got my starter Pokemon, and then that's it when I played through Sword. I haven't gotten any further with it. I missed out on a lot of the first wave, the Sandaconda and the Dreadnought. I missed out on a lot of those because I was only playing Shield. I'm also not catching anything that isn't Gigantamax because I have so many Pokemon right now, it's absolutely insane. If I keep catching Pokemon at the rate that I was when I first got this game, like, I'd have home filled in a week. Although I haven't been playing this game that much recently, past couple weeks, but I mean, if you've seen my timer, have you guys seen my timer? 429 hours, 13 minutes. So this thing has Lightning Rod, so if it just does an electric attack, I just eat it up. I got through a lot of Toxtricity raids with this thing, like a lot. But then it was funny because I would go into other raids and someone would bring their Toxtricity and they'd use Overdrive and then I'd Lightning Rod it. And then the next turn they would use Overdrive again and I would absorb it again. And I'm just like, yo, bud. Like, I can understand the first time, like, not realizing it has Lightning Rod, but then why would you do it the second turn? Any shiny raids? I haven't come across any. I mean, if I ever do find a shiny den at some point, just randomly, like, I would probably just reset it and let everybody catch the Pokemon. Oh, there's the Maractus I hate. And also, it only uses Solar Beam. I didn't even mention that before. It only ever uses Solar Beam. See? Look, there's Solar Beam. Like, that's a 2-turn move. Like, cool, that killed the Heliolisk, right? But it took 2 turns to do that. You could have just hit it with 2 other moves that were weaker, which would have broken more shields. I caught a really good Gigantamax Butterfree when that was a promoted raid, because I caught one that had all perfect IVs except for attack, which was 0. So, obviously, if you get foul played, you take less damage, which is cool. I mean, Butterfree normally runs Focus Sash, so the 0 attack IV in that sense doesn't really matter. But, like, just the fact that, like, that was, like, one of the first ones I caught was pretty cool. I think the Max Moves mechanic, like, the whole Dynamax mechanic is just so good. Like, they really made it, like, very intricate, and, like, it's very competitively viable and balanced. Like, I like thinking, okay, which Pokemon can I Dynamax this game? Which Pokemon should I Dynamax? Which Max moves are going to be good against the whole field and everything? If you just build a wall of toilet paper, that'll protect you from the plague. Because it can't penetrate the wall of toilet paper. If anybody who's still in here has ever played the trading card game before, Vespiquen was a really good card. They printed one that was... it did damage based on the Pokemon that have been, like, put in your discard pile. So you would just play this card that just discarded cards from your deck, and Vespiquen would just then hit you like a truck. It was great. There was also a Flareon that had basically the same attack, so you just play both of them in the same deck and have 2 different type Pokemon. So you'd have a grass one, because Bug is grass in the card game, and then you'd have a fire one, because obviously Flareon's fire. You just, like, play a whole bunch of cards in one turn, destroy half your deck, and you just blow them up. I swear, I've seen the Maractus that I hate more than any other, like, partner. Like, I used to feel really indifferent about Maractus, but, like, it's in contention for my least favorite Pokemon of all time now. Oh, Maractus is something that isn't Solar Beam. I wish home could let you store more Pokemon, because I just like hoarding them. I hoard Pokemon in the ways that the average person today hoards toilet paper. I already have a living dex. I should level up one of my shiny Littens. I have 2 shiny Littens. One of them I got like off the surprise trade. One of them I bred myself, but it doesn't have Intimidate, so I was really upset. Holy crap, Maractus did something? Oh my god. That's the first time Maractus has literally ever done anything ever. Like, that was a lot of damage for Maractus. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've seen it use Solar Beam on water types, and it do literally nothing. Yeah, see, Sucker Punch did nothing that time, because there was a shield. Maybe I should just use my Wishing Pieces and see if I can spawn a promoted raid. I just, like, can I just have a Machamp? Like a G-Max Machamp, please? That is a Pelipper. That's the exact opposite. That's literally a toilet bowl with wings. There we go. Okay, we got G-Max Gengar. Anybody in chat want to do G-Max Gengar? Look at, even on the sprite. Like, look at that. Like, his tongue sticks all the way out. Like, how long do you think that tongue is? It's got to be at least, like, 6 feet long, right? We remember earlier in the stream I couldn't beat a regular Gengar, so I can only imagine how hard the G-Max is going to be. I only ever use the Repeat Balls, because the Repeat Balls have the highest catch chance of any Pokeball that isn't a Master Ball, unlike these guys. To the box. Away with you. Oh wait, when did I get offline? I don't understand how this Wycom works. Well, there's a G-Max Snorlax. Oh, he's bringing a Lucario too. See, this guy gets it. So I'm gonna use the max move, and it's gonna increase his attack. Then he's gonna hit it harder. Synergy. 0 Maractus. Pray with me. No Maractus. No Maractus. I'll take Soul Rock over Maractus. At least it has Rock Throw. You know, one time I hopped into a random raid that I just saw on my Wycom, and it was for a G-Max Corviknight. And I'm like, well, G-Max Corviknight isn't promoted anymore. So I might as well hop on this while, you know, it's there and available. And it turns out the G-Max Corviknight was actually shiny. But me and the 3 other guys in the raid all used shiny Pokemon. I used my shiny Raichu. Yep, and that takes it out. Alright, so G-Max Snorlax down. I'll add that to the pile of like 15 of the other ones that I have. Nope, didn't even catch it. That's not that much of a disappointment. Oh, we got a bottle cap too, that's cool. Rillaboom's such a cool design too. He looks like Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Of course he chooses Pelipper. That's alright though, that works with my Blastoise. Because I have Rain Dish on it. This is my shiny Blastoise. This was actually a Breedject from X and Y. It was a special attacker that had Fake Out, so I needed a 6 IV one specifically, and I got a 5 IV Breedject, and it was this. I think it was missing like special defense or something, but since it's so easy to hyper train in this game, I just capped the last one. And we got Gyarados. Alright, so we're gonna blow this thing out of the water. See what I did there? Because it's water Pokemon. And it's got Drizzle. It's just rain. And all water Pokemon. Just blow them out of the water. Blow them with water. Get blown out. Okay, I'm done. Watch the last Pokemon be Maractus. I'll be so mad. Like, please, just give me, like, Quillfish or Magikarp, please. Snorlax. I'll take Snorlax. Snorlax is a good Pokemon. Did you guys see? There was a video, and it was... One guy brought Incineroar, 2 people brought Oranguru, and then 1 person brought Alchemy. Alchemy used Decorate on the Incineroar. Both Oranguru instructed the Alchemy so that it would decorate again. So it decorated 3 times in the same turn, and then Incineroar used Power Trip. And then the next turn, Incineroar used Power Trip again, and then both of the Orangurus instructed the Power Trip, and then they won. And it's just like, oh, alright, I guess that's how you beat a Mewtwo raid. Oh, look at that. I healed the 4 HP I lost. I guess I could use Nebby. Because it's immune to poison. Yeah, why not use Nebby? Oh, there we go. Oh, we got a second Nick in here. Look at my kitty. He's so fluffy. Oh, and the Dragon Darts hits weak armor twice. Wait, we didn't knock it out yet? I thought that last attack knocked it out. Look at that tiny little sliver of health. I'm running a speed test in the background right now just to see what my internet looks like while I'm in the middle of streaming. It's actually looking really solid. 0.2% dropped frames. So that's really solid. Yeah, I've dropped a total of close to 1,000 frames over the course of the entire thing. I'm running at 60 FPS right now. I'm only using like 3% of my CPU on streaming, which is insane. But yeah, I think this was a successful first stream. Everything went really smooth. It was nice. So I will see you guys next time.